in the building, holding it down with 3 Plays Tommy. You already know what it is. This is our next episode. I'm going crazy, letting you guys know some stories. Me and Ethan are going in. I'm saying just having fun with it. Thank you guys for liking and subscribing. Make sure you guys tell your friends. Holding it down. If you fuck with me or if I'm doing something bad, tell me. And don't just let me keep doing dumb shit because you're like, no, this fool cool. No, fool, tell me like, hey, dog, nah, that's, you know what, bro, that's not the way to do that. Let me know. I tell fools all the time. If fools do something wrong, I'll tell them, hey, dog, look, you're my boy, fool, but hey, you could tell. I'm just telling you. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not telling you to stop. I'm just saying, yeah, when I see you, you can tell now. And fools will be like, what are you talking about? Like, fool, you're biting your ear, dog. You're kicking it 1 in the afternoon. Doing these. Like, nah, enough. Fools be getting away with too much things. And then another thing I'm going to start bringing up on the show, too, is, we're like, what you think about this fool? Oh, and it's just me asking the guest and me, like, when you think about fools, like, fools, they wear robes, dog. Fools wear robes, dog. We went to Burning Man, dog, and we're in a group setting. Like, you're with a gang of fools, dog. It's all workers, fool. We're in a group. We're staying in trailers, kind of like jail. And you're like, wait a minute, dog. We signed up for this? And be like, yeah, dog, it's cool, though. Because Burning Man is tight, it's partying, but you're with a gang of fools. You have a little place where you shower, and fools shower, and you're in a line, and it's a gang of fools. You see a fool coming out, dog. One fool came out with a robe, dog. I was like, fool, it's a gang of fools. I get it at the house. You could do it at the house if you think you're Hugh Hefner. Or whatever, I'm saying you wear a robe, dog. You wear a robe, and with the gang of fools around, like, come on, fool. You're in the swim trunks or whatever you get out the shower with, maybe a towel over the shoulder, sandals, walk back to the room, get dressed. This fool had chilling, robed up, tied it in the front. I don't even know if he had underwear under. I was like, just legs and robe. I was like, nah, dog, it's too many fools out here to be wearing that. Ethan, am I wrong? Come on, what do you think about fools wearing robes, bro?
Check. The only time I can think of anyone ever wearing a robe was in The Big Lebowski, dude.
Yeah.
The movie.
If you ain't The Big Lebowski, don't put on a robe, dog.
I don't know the last time I saw anybody in a robe in real life, though.
Me neither. You don't see fools wearing no robe, dog. This fool wasn't...
At Burning Man?
It's 30 of us. No, like, of all the workers. He was one of our workers. Like,
oh, shit.
We have our yard, like, our work yard, and it's a whole bunch of trailers.
Yeah.
And you're chilling. It's a whole bunch of trailers set up. And then at the very end, it's the rest, like a big trailers that are showers. And fools go in there and shower. They go back to their room, change. This fool's kicking it. Like, fools kick it right there, having beers, and fools are walking back to the...
And this was a worker.
Yeah, and this is a worker. This fool came in a robe, dog. No shorts under, nothing. We're like, what? Hey. It's 30 fools right here. You can't wear a robe.
What is his sexual orientation?
He's just a white dude. White guy. Hey,
his sexual orientation.
What's going on? I came here from Dallas. Thank you guys. I like meeting you guys. So, a good pleasure working with you guys, meeting all you guys. Cool, dog. Go back inside, fool. You can't be in the robe right here. Not talking to us. Like, fool, eye contact the whole time. Like, hey, fool, go inside. Fool. Come on. You can't. No. And you can't be getting too drunk at work at parties. You ever seen fools get all tore up at the Christmas party?
At work?
Yes.
No.
Fool, one of the homies at work, Burning Man story again. We went to Burning Man, dog. And we all work, fool. And you work like 7 days, and then you get the 8th day off. But you really can't do nothing, fool. Like, the next city is 2 hours away, Reno. 2.5 hours away. You don't get no reception out there, nothing. It's like, you just have to stay pretty much in the desert. So what do you do? Fools are like, I'm going to get tore up. I don't work tomorrow. Tonight's the night. If you wake up dead in the morning, you like have all day to rest. You know what I'm saying? You're like, all right, cool, dog. And then you go to work the next day. This fool got tore up the whole time. And we're like, damn, fool, hey, kick back on it. 5 a.m, this fool's dancing with a bottle. I can do it like upside down in the bottle, fool bubbles. Goo, 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 goo. And we're like, hey, kick back on this fool. Fools are like, hey, dog, get that fool, take the bottle from him, take the bottle from him. Fool took a bottle from him. 5 minutes later, he comes back. I got another one. We're like, God damn, slow it down. Fool drank, not even kidding you, fool, 60 beers. And he's like not a big man, fool. He's like a little paisa man. This fool gets so tore up in the morning, the boss finds him. No, he stays up that whole night, goes to sleep. The next day is our day off. Drinks again the whole time. We're like, damn, this fool, I guess. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to join you, but I didn't drink since last night. This fool didn't stop. That night, fool, he falls asleep between the trailers. And the boss finds him. Like, the homie's like, fool, we took him into the trailer. I drug him into his bed and laid him down. And fool, and then in the morning, I guess he came back out. He's like, fool, I'm going to keep the party going. Gets up, comes back out, I guess keeps partying in between the trailers, fool. Laid out, fool, the boss finds him. Hey, and the boss is cool. The boss is like, hey, look, dog, I get it's your first day off out here. You went a little overboard. Don't trip, fool, take the day off. This fool was tripping. Day off? I just had a day off yesterday. We're like, yeah, dog, but fool, you're still lit. He's like, I could drive. We're like, fool, your boots are on backwards. Oh, nah, dog, get the keys from this fool, dog. Who gave him the keys? Fools are all like, hey, who gave this fool the keys, dog? I'm like, I don't know. He probably left him in the truck. This fool's mad arguing, fool. They're like, hey, you have a day off, chill. He's like, I'm gonna sue. They fucking open the door with this motherfucker's head. Get the fuck out of here. Boom! Punk! Hey! The fucking van came and picked him up. Where's he going? That's it. Canned him. He's like, I gave him a chance, bro. Fool, you can't argue. Like, you're lucky, dog. And you're an old man, fool. Like, I get a youngster, fool, coming in there going crazy. But this fool just came in there, I'm saying, guns blazing. Give me 2 bottles. No, sorry, 2 of everything. This fool was double fisting bottles. We're like, hey. And I'm like, who let this fool go crazy like this? Crazy. Oh, man. More fucking Burning Man stories. Fool, there's fucking naked people everywhere in Burning Man, dog. Burning Man is like a big-ass party they have in the middle of the desert, and it's a group of millionaires, and they don't care. Everyone has their own camps. Everything's free. You go and drink. They're like, nah, you just got to give, like, you kind of trade some. You have, like, a little pin. I'll get this pin. Let me get these 30 beers. Just slamming them back. Fool, I took a while. I'm like, I'm going to hit the city on my day off. This is my day off now. Fool, 6 o'clock, they're like, hey, all right. You know what I'm saying? They give you free beer. Plus, they give you free beers. So I'm fucking have 8 beers in my fucking pockets. I'm drinking beers as I'm walking into the city to a party. Like everyone just parties at these tents. And you walk into the tent and they're like, hey, what's up? Like, and you're like, oh, I got money. They're like, no. You get a playa cup. It's a cup full. You fill it up with whatever you want. You just put that shit on the bar whatever camp you show up at. Everyone's like, come in. Everyone's cool. But everyone's like kind of weird. Like, they're cool. Everyone's cool. Kids, like, everyone's nice. But they're like, everyone's like high on something, dog. So they're like, hey, what's up, dude? Like, hey, what's cracking? You're just like, I'm barely getting to this motherfucker. I'm trying to get how you are. So you go, fool, you put your beer right there, and then they come in and they'll be like, hey, what do you want? What do you like drinking? Oh, I like tequila. They're like, cool. They'll make you a drink with tequila in it. Fire. And these people are like real bartenders, fool. Like these people that have these camps, they're like, hey, you're going to come and work the 2 weeks at fucking Burning Man, just be the bartender and chilling with us. It's sick party. So you get there and you drink and you're like, hey, can I give you money? They're like, no money here. They're like, you just trade or you know, whatever you have. And they're like, oh, I'll be like, oh, I have a fucking pin here. Like some pin that you got from some other spot. They're like, oh, cool. Trade and you drink, fool, you chill and you meet people from all over the world. Well, I met a fool from Jamaica, a fool from Florida. I'm like, hey, what do you do? He's like, oh, I own fucking dentists, different dentists all over Florida. Oh, cool. Rich ass man. I'm like, damn. Been there, going there for like 20 years. All these people been there forever. And there's a waiting list to get a camp to this place. So on my day off, I'm fucking, I get my cup. I'm like, fool, I'm going to the playa. I'm going to hit the city. Nobody was down, fool. I hit up everybody. What's cracking? Who's ready to fucking go down, fool? My shirt's coming off tonight. Fool, shirt off. You have to have lights all over you too. So I fucking had like these glow lights. I had like a whole bunch of lights, my fucking headlamp, everything, fools, because you'll get ran over. Fools are drunk out there riding bikes and they'll be like, who's this? Tutu? You'll be like, hey, that was, you know, fool, you get lost out there. So you have to have these lights. So I'm with my lights, fool. I got my cup. I go to the city, fool. 8 beers, every pocket's full. I'm like, what's cracking? Fool, I get to the city, dog, and I don't know what happened after that. I just looked back at my camera, and I was like, damn, that shit was cracking yesterday. Fool, I was on the roof with, like, the man who made Burning Man. We're like, oh, they're like, oh, you're going up with him? He's like the mayor or something. I don't know what they call him. Some grand marshal, something. They're like, he's the one. He's the guy who started Burning Man. We're like, what? I'm chilling with them, telling stories. Drunk, dog. Don't even know I'm doing videos. This man's talking in the back. I'm like, fuck. Not even paying attention. I'm too late. I went to the restroom like 50 times too. I just remember going down these stairs, fool, into the restroom. What the fuck? And it faded. Hoping that I would get snagged up by something walking around. There's naked girls and everything walking around, but it ain't the good naked. You're like, oh, because fools tell you stories, dog. Oh, when you go, fool, it's fucking crazy, dog. You see naked people walking everywhere. Me being a maniac, I'm like, fuck it, I'm just going to take my shades in. Shades up, you go, fool, it ain't nothing but old-ass people, fucking Santa Claus naked. You're like, man, what's up? He's like, can you change my water? We're like, yeah, fool, and no water. Fool, butt naked, old man, Santa Claus, beard, fat fool, right next to you, dog, and you're like pumping, you're pumping water, and this was right here, butt naked, telling you a story. Yeah, well, this is probably my 10th time out here. You're like, damn, cool, dog. If you ever want a party, come out here. You already know the address. Cool. I'm like, all right, dog. Like, yeah, dog. I'm just looking at the whole time. I'm looking forward. This was right here talking to me, fool. Like, hey. Fucking his like leg hits my shoulder. I'm like, well, come on, dog. Not getting the hint. And then the next guy, can you get my buddy? Another fool comes out. I'm like, hey, you gotta be, but I don't know what they say. Just gotta be open, dog. I'm like, I'm not tripping, fool, but these fools want to have a conversation with you, dog, butt ass naked. I'm like, nah, I'm good. And then the girls, fool, the girls go all crazy and we pump water. We give the water to the RVs so they could shower. We pump them out so they could be clean. And they'll be like, I haven't showered in 5 days. Can we work something out? I'm like, bitch, no. Just keep going. Like, hell no, fool, 5 days? Hell no. I'm like, fool. And you see some fools like, oh, yeah. And fools that come back with stories like, oh, because they have addresses, dog, and it's like letters, A, B, C, D, all the way through K and shit. 10 o'clock to fucking 2 o'clock. And fools will be like, hey, at K, 9:30. I'm like, what? They're like, oh, bro, go right there, change their water. I'm like, chill. go. The old man, he's like, I'm gonna go. These people had parties, fool. Burning Man is a whole different trip, fool. They had an orgy dome. Dog, a whole, like, I was like, oh, they're like, oh, where you gonna go? You're gonna go service the orgy dome. I'm like, cool. They're like, you get there, fool, and it's really the orgy dome. You're like, hey, what the fuck? They weren't playing? And it's like a dome, dog, that they set up, like a big old tent. And inside of there, it goes down. And they have rules to get in. Like, you have to be a couple. And then there's some rooms where it's like open. There's some foods that are just straight and all this. Like, you could, whatever you're into, you could go in there and do it. And it's packed. You're like, damn, you see a line of people just trying to, like, damn, all these fools are just trying to go in there dirt. Imagine waiting in line to just go be a maniac. Just waiting like, hey, what's up? Like, you're at the DMV, you're all looking at the fools around. I'll be like, fool, I'm getting it on in a line. Fool, if we're here for the same thing, dog, I ain't ready for that dome. What's cracking? You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, hey, who's with it right here? You know what I'm saying? Fuck this long ass line. What's cracking? Let's hit the tent. Let's go back to my spot. Like, fool, come on. You want me in a line? Like, we're like, hey, whoever's with it, this is the Addy. Who's down? And if it's a good amount of people, we're going. But if it's only like 2 or 3 fools, like, hey, like, nah, dog, I guess we're in this line. Being this low for the orgy don't fool, it's a gang of maniacs out there. And then old men fool 70. You go and you fucking, you service their trailers and they're like, hey man, thank you, you're a lifesaver, cool. Millionaire ass man. He's like, here you go. Fool, they'll give you money or like a fucking bag of like coke, ecstasy, and you be like, hey, Dick, I'm at fucking work, homie. Like, nah. As much as I want to, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I gotta give it back. And yeah, fool, and they'll be like, well, later on you change your mind. We're right here all day. You already know you guys are lifesavers. Fool, the shit that we do, fools love us when we go to any camp. Fool, some lady gave me a bowl with rice and like steak on top, fool, skewers of shrimp. I was like, I'm gonna come back around. She's like, go ahead, fool. Went back like 3 times. I'm saying, can I take something for later? Grubbing.
3 plates Tommy in the house.
3 plates in the building, fool. Not even playing out there. It was wild. But yeah, fool, the whole time that I went out there, it was tight. And then when you get to the actual party, it's like the whole time they're setting up a big old city. It becomes a big old city. It's a full flat land, a desert. And it just becomes this humongous party of a gang of, it's like 10 raves, 20 fucking raves put into one. Everywhere you look for, as far as I can see, you see lights, lasers, fucking they build these big old crazy cars, like art cars, and they have 2 different stories. Fools could dip in them. It's like a bus, but it looks like a big old tiger, or it looks like some weird monster. And it's madness out there. Like if you were out there on shrooms, dog, or on acid or something, you're tripping. You know, I was like, I wasn't on anything. I was just drunk, fool, just looking around, tripping.
Hey, Tommy, when's the first time you had mushrooms? And what was that like?
The first time I did mushrooms was in at Lake Isabella in Ridgecrest, fool. I was like 17. And we went out there. That was the time that we got a hitchhiker. That was on the way back, though. But we went to the lake. Oh, damn. I forgot about this one. When we did those shrooms, fool, we were all partying. We went camping. We were all chilling, dog. And we did shrooms. Everyone was like partying, chilling. And there was this man that was in a tent behind us camping. And he was like doing his own thing. And he chilled. And then the next day, fool, we did shrooms again. We're all fucked up. And the homie noticed, he's like, hey, that man, he hasn't left his tent, dog. He hasn't left his sleeping bag. He was under his truck. And we're like, oh, fool, we were fucked up, dog. And the homie's all, oh, laughing. Fucking, let's go check on him. Fool, we went and checked on him, and we were all like, like going crazy laughing because we were like on shrooms. We go and check, and this man, he was dead in his tent, bro. Fucking story went down. Fool. We're like, hey, what the fuck? And we like, that's the worst shit to when you're on shrooms road tripping, and you're like, what the fuck is going on? Am I tripping? Is this a movie? What the fuck? Fool, this man, like, I guess somebody that was at his camp the night before, they were faded and they turned on his truck and tried to back it up, ran him over, and we're like, oh shit. They put it back, put it in park, and left him there. And we're like, what the fuck, fool? We're tripping. Homie Jason, Mike, everyone like that. We were all there. We're like, what the hell, fool? We called the ranger, and then they started asking us stuff like, what happened? We're like, fool, but we were tripping and scared because we were on shrooms. And we're like, oh, like trying to explain. We're like, you go explain to them what's going on. And like, oh, we got to talk to all of you guys. We're like, yeah. Everyone's all fucking out of it. So telling their shroom rants, giggle, just telling them what happened, what we seen. And it was crazy, dog.
How did you know what happened to him? Like, how did you know that he was pushed off?
No, he wasn't pushed off. He was under, like he was in a sleeping bag.
How do you know that happened?
Because that's what the dude said. He said it looks like somebody backed up over him and ran over again. Like they hit, like, oh shit, we ran somebody over. Crazy shit. So we do that. We go camping. We're like camping and all that. We take back off home like the next day. And on the way, we ran into hitchhikers. Fool, there was these hitchhikers, fool, they were walking from the border of San Diego, the Mexico border, all the way to Canada. Just walking, like just on the thing, and they were like videoing and all that. And we picked them up. And that was the first time we ever picked up hitchhikers. And I was like, dog, why are we picking up hitchhikers? Like, you guys don't watch scary movies and shit? We're in the middle of the desert, in the mountains, teenagers, and then there's these two guys that are just on the side of the road, thumbs up. We picked them up. And it's like, oh shit, what the hell? But they ended up being really cool. They told us their story about going to fucking Canada. Like, they have done it before, they're doing it again, but this time they're doing pure hitchhiking. Last time they had taken like taxis and bus and train. So now they were doing pure hitchhiking. And I wonder whatever happened to those fools. We were young. Random Ridgecrest shit. Like,
how old were you?
17, 16.
Oh, that was all around that.
That was that camping trip. And we did shrooms. That was for the first time.
Damn.
And we just had a whole bunch of shrooms.
That's crazy shit to go through when you're like 16 or 17, dude.
One time we did Hell's Bells. That shit's crazy, fool. Hell's Bells? You ever heard of it?
I don't know what.
Hell's Bells is like this plant that you see them at a gang of houses. They're the white flowers that just hang like this. Like they're green plants and they just hang. Well, those are Hell's Bells. You get those, I guess those things, and I don't know if you dry them out, whatever, you boil the water, that water becomes Hell's Bells. Fool, like back in the 70s and all this. They did that.
Wait, it's like a psychedelic?
It's a psychedelic, fool, but it's it's like the craziest.
You go on like a trip.
You go on a trip, fool, like you're there, wherever you, like you'll be right here in your head, and then say you'll hit like a wall and you'll be like, oh shit, wait, I'm actually at my friend's house and we're doing Hell's Bells. That's what happened to us. So the homie was like, oh, we do this pond water. I don't even know why we did it. This fool came and he's like, hey, I got pond water. The homie from San Jose gives us a jazzo. That's the homie. This fool moved up north and he was kind of a like hippie-ish fool. And he came back into town. We were partying and he's like, hey, I got this stuff. It's called pond water. And it takes you to another dimension and all this. And we're like, whoa, let's fucking do it. For some reason, dog. We did it. And there was a story like after that. So we did this shit. We did it at our homie's house. It was me, my homie Jesse, the homie Cookies and Cream, and some other fool. I forgot who it was. I don't know if it was Vardo. But we did this shit, and fool, I went into my homie's room, and this fool was on his mom's parents' bed with a snorkel and like paddles, like to swim, and this fool was just dipping, fool. He was fucking hitting cross country swimming, dog, on the bed, and we're like, hey, Jenna, what the fuck's going on, fool? He's like, oh, I'm swimming, bro. We're like, ah, cool, fool. And then from there, right when I turned around, I was in my living room. No, I was in the kitchen of my house, fool, talking on the phone to some chick. But fool, like how I'm talking to you, just normal conversation. Hey, what's going on? Whatever. All right, bye. I went to hang up because at our house, the phone you would hang it up like this. When I went to go hit the wall, it wasn't there. My arm went through. I was like, what? I was back at Jesse's. I was like, oh shit. I was like, what the fuck? I'm tripping, dog. I got up because I was tripping. I was scared. I was like, hey, wait a minute, dog. What's going on right now? Like, I'm losing my mind right now. What the hell? So we walk to the side, my homies right there, and they're like, hey, we lost cookies and cream. This fool calls us. Hey, I'm lost. I don't know where I'm at. We're tripping. We're like, oh shit. So we go out. Everyone's like, oh, get the fucking, let's go find them. What the hell, dog? We're tripping. We go outside and this was in the shed. He was like, hey, we're like, hey. He's like, oh, what's up? Fool, it was the worst. Like, fool, I wouldn't give it to a fucking enemy, that fucking drug. Like, it was scary, bro. The next morning I woke up, fool, and everything you see all bright. Like you're just like, fool. And then, fool, me and my homie, I was like, fool, look at how I'm walking, dog. I walk different now, bro. And he's all, you kind of do walk different. And fool, we were tripping out, bro, where we were like, we don't know if we're there or here. Like, Hell's Bells is not the business. I wouldn't give it to anybody. I wouldn't tell a fool like, hey, dog, let's fucking do Hell's Bells. Let's do that pond water shit. Hell nah. That's like a whole different level. Have you ever done any crazy drugs? Have you done acid? I was always afraid of acid. I was always afraid of acid because there was this fool named Crazy Eddie that chilled by the fucking bakery where we would, like, our family friend owned this bakery and we would go and get bread and hang out sometimes, chill, talk to them. There was this guy that was there. His name was Crazy Eddie and everyone knew him, but he was like a bum and he was like, like all weird, He was like out of it. He would talk to himself and shit. And then we'd be like, hey, I'm like, why is everyone cool with this dude Eddie, dog? Like, he's fucking, I was a youngster, fool. I was like, he's a fucking bum, dog. Like, that's weird. They're all cool with this fool, dog. Like, chilly, he's kicking it right there. And like, nah, I was like, what the fuck? And they're like, oh, Eddie was cool before, dog. That fool just did acid and that fool never came back. And we're like, that was like, all right, fool, never do acid, bro. Even if it won't happen with doing it once. I'm like, I'm not even trying to take a chance, fool. I'm cool. If I want to get the veggies, I'll maybe do shrooms, but I'm fucking trying to get
did acid though?
I've never done acid.
They were just talking about acid.
No, there's people that do acid, fool, like all the time. Like, oh yeah, fool, I've done it. Like, I did it for a month straight one time, dog. Like, crazy. Joey Diaz talks about he's like, for like, I don't know, for like 6 months or a year, he said he did acid every day. And I'm like, what? Like, that's crazy. I always hear the acid fools that when they do it, they're like, oh, that shit was for like 8 months, dog, or 8 hours. And everyone's like, dog, by the end, you're like, all right, be over with already. Like, I'm not trying to be like that.
Dude, one of my friends that I grew up with, he told me he did DMT.
Oh, okay.
I had a couple friends that did DMT. But he told me he saw himself like being reborn. Like he was being born.
Oh, yeah?
Like he saw himself like being born.
That's crazy.
And then my friend who I met doing stand-up, he told me when he did DMT, it felt like he saw several different layers of reality and like how he like felt like the tangible world, like the world we can
Yeah.
feel, was a part of those layers.
Oh,
Like, because there's like layers to the perception we have. So he
yeah,
saw
like a dimension kind of almost.
yeah, the dimensions exactly.
Yeah.
Like he could visualize his senses as like layers of reality.
See, yeah, is DMT the same thing that you know what? You ever watch that Pharmacopoeia, or whatever, that one show on Vice?
Yeah, the Vice one, yeah.
Where that dude, he would go and he did remember the frogs?
Oh,
like
the frogs.
They squeeze some juice that comes out of their little gland onto the wall, onto the glass.
Yeah.
They let it dry and they scrape it and then they burn that. But it's like you do it with like there's other people right there. There's like a dude that walks you through the trip. Is that DMT?
No, this is a hallucinogenic substance so this comes from a frog, a hallucinogenic substance as a defense mechanism. The most well-known is the Sonoran desert toad or Colorado River toad, whose venom contains the potent psychedelic 5-MeO. Oh, it's DMT.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's like DMT 5 or something.
Yeah, 5-MeO DMT.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's derived from the same thing as like DMT.
Yeah, well, I think that's like a natural DMT. That's
frog.
where that dude, he said you go into a place and that's where he felt like, he's like, I actually know what, like I could, when people say I love, and he's like, when people say, oh, that was cooked with love, he's like, I know what they mean now. He's all, it's just love, like, and that fool was just right there, all out of it, and he's all love, all weird, fool. Yeah, dog. And then after, that's when he was saying, he's like, this is how I felt. Super crazy.
Damn.
But like all those psychedelic drugs, like one of the dudes at work had a vape pen of DMT.
Yeah,
and then the other homie, he's like, let me hit it. And he's like, it's DMT. He's like, oh, let me hit it. He hit it. And then that fool would just, he put it down, and then he was just right there, and he like went in a little, like he zoned out.
He had no idea.
And then he was like, no, he knew, but he's like, I never done that. I want to try it.
Oh, shit. Okay.
He's all, just last like, I don't know, a little while.
Yeah.
And then he's like, dog, he's like, everything looks like a cartoon. Like he's all, like the anime, when you do the anime, the filter.
Yeah.
Like he's all, everything looks like that. He's like you look like that right now, dog. He's like everything I'm looking at, he's all, it looks like an animation, like anime.
You ever get that like when you're kind of tired? Dude, I got it on a plane one time after a flight. Or like I was arriving to LAX from a flight.
Yeah.
And I'm waking up, and I was looking at the screen of the person beside me on the plane.
Yeah.
And I thought they were watching like an animated movie. But I'm like, that looks like that one actor. I don't know if it was like Friends or something on,
You're like, what?
Like, did they make an animated like Friends or something like that? And I'm like,
maybe you're still dreaming.
Well, dude, I looked to the guy next to me. Dude, the dude looked like kind of hazy too. And then I get like this for another like maybe 10 seconds maybe.
What the hell? They put something in your drink?
Dude, I don't know what the fuck it was. Everything felt hyper realistic.
Yeah, did it go away?
Yeah, it went away like after like 10 seconds, but like it
for that little
like
moment,
everything was like hyper realistic almost, or like something just felt off. I don't know if it was like the altitude or like.
Damn, that's wild. I never.
Yeah, no, I was like in the plane. I was like, I don't know. You're like when you wake up from a nap and you feel like something
like out of it, kind of.
Yeah, like you feel like you're kind of still like tuning in and shit when after you get up from a nap or something. Like it kind of felt like that, because I did get up from a nap.
Yeah,
but I don't know if like I had never gotten that.
You take naps?
I sometimes, lately, yeah.
You've been taking naps?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, dude, my time is so like packed lately, so I gotta just.
Fool, I can't take naps.
I get so tired, I just end up falling asleep.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I'll fall asleep and I'm like, oh shit, it's fucking.
Yeah.
I'll go to sleep, fool, and then I'll wake up and it's nighttime. I'll be like,
I don't like that. I don't like that.
I ate that, and then you're like, all right, now I'm not tired anymore. It's 10.
Yeah.
And you're like, You have to wake up early in the morning or something. You're like, damn.
Hey, you ever get a sleep paralysis?
Is that where, fool, I try to wake myself up. I'll be laying down and I'll be like, I'll go to, like, if I'm really tired, like if I'm dead tired, I don't go to sleep. I'm like, nah, because I'm going to get that. Where I'm like, like trying to wake myself up. Like where you're like trying to go like, to wake yourself up. Like, you know, you're sleepy. You're like, no, that's something else. No, I don't know if that's what it is. Because people are like, I felt something on top of me. I'm like, that's some ghost shit.
Dude, I had like a sleep paralysis demon, dude. Then
that's
nightmares.
something else, dog.
You think so?
A demon. That's something, fool. That's something else, fool. Sleep paralysis is what I get, fool.
You get
when
what?
You're like, you just like go, you're like asleep and then you go into like that, ooh. And you're like, ooh, like you can't move. You're like, ooh. Oh, you try to wake yourself
You've never
up.
gotten it from a nightmare, though.
It's not a nightmare, dog. It's like when you're barely going to go to sleep.
Right.
That's when I get it.
Well, no, that's what I'm
But
asking.
yours.
I got it from a nightmare.
How? Oh, you were in a nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
then you were still dreaming.
Well, I was still dreaming, but I could feel my body trying to wake up, knowing I was in a dream, but I couldn't wake up.
Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah, because it was a nightmare. And like there was this fucking... Dude, this was years ago. Like I had two like pretty bad nightmares, and I'd like,
you still remember them?
Oh yeah, dude.
Somebody tried to tell me, oh, if because I'll be like, oh, I remember these dreams, and we're like, oh, if you remember more than 3 days, it's a lie. I was like, shut your ass up,
dude. I had a dream as a kid.
I remember that shit still,
dude.
You too?
Yeah, dude. I had a dream as a kid, dude. This one was fucking trippy, dude. I was walking in the middle of the desert at night. Okay, this was probably like somewhere between Arizona and California border, right? I don't know why I remember it. My cousins live in Arizona, so we would drive out there. But I just remember the scenery looking like the drive from California to Arizona to Phoenix. Yeah. And I kid you not, there was a UFO that flew over me, and it was just me in the middle of the desert, okay? And this green beam shoots out. And it's maybe like 60 feet above me.
Yeah.
I get pulled up inside. Dude, Obama. Dude, Obama was in there.
Yeah.
Like as an alien. And I just woke up.
And you're like, hey, what the fuck?
I don't know why I remember that, but
That's random.
That was a random dream.
And that was a long ass time ago.
I was probably like 10 or 12.
Yeah, fool. I remember. Yeah. Fool, there's dreams where I have dreams where if I'm dreaming, I'm like, oh, I'm dreaming because I'm in this neighborhood right now, and some shit's about to pop off, and it pops off, dog. I'll be like, I'll be like riding a bike or something, and I'll look and I'll be like, oh, in this house, I remember getting chased out by. There was a lion upstairs trying to come out of the door, and I remember just running out of that house because there was a lion. And I'm like, oh, this is that house. I go, I'm like, oh, this is a junkyard. And fool, I know these places in the dream. And sometimes, like, I've tried to like control where I'm like, oh, I want to go over there. And when I'm heading over there, I'll wake up and I'm like, damn. But like, I have these reoccurring cities in my dreams, and like these like people. And I do remember dreams from back in the day that scared me. I remember I had this dream about this dude he had like a giant big ass nose. I always remember dreaming that, and that they're like, oh, we're gonna cut it with like scissors, and I was like, oh, what the fuck? And then waking up, and I always remember that. And it was some fool from the show The Real World. This fool that died from AIDS. His name is Pedro. It was that fool with the big ass nose, dog, in my dream. And I always remember that. I'm like, remember that fucking dream, dog? Like crazy.
That's random.
But the city in my dream, I haven't had that in a long time, fool. Probably like more than 10 years. 20, maybe 15. But I remember remembering that city in my dreams where I'm like, hey, I'm dreaming because I'm here. And then they say that if you can control your dreams or whatever, I guess that's...
Yeah, lucid dreaming.
And then there's people that they do the out-of-body experience through their dream. But I don't believe that.
Like astral projecting, right?
Yeah, where they're like, oh yeah, like if you could control it, you could control yourself getting out and you could go and do shit. I'm
Yeah.
like, no, fool, what if somebody fucking kicks you when you're out doing some shit and you like whatever it is, your soul or something, you wake up and they're like, what happened to that fool? He's just
Yeah.
out of it because whatever's over here. Do you think that's possible, or you're just zoom back into your body and be like, oh shit? Yeah. Huh?
I don't even know. Like, I know I have a homie who's a lucid dreamer. He can control what he does in his dreams. Yeah, people can do that. There's some people who can do that.
Every time or just sometimes?
I don't know. Let me see. Lucid.
Have you ever know anybody that does sleepwalking?
No.
Fool, my cousin sleepwalked. My aunt found him down the street by the liquor store and shit in his underwear. just mobbing it. Don't wake him up. Fucking walked him back to the house. Get your ass in the car, fool. Boom. Like, oh, that's just hilarious. I never sleepwalked or got up or none of that.
I would talk in my sleep. I don't know if I still do, but my grandma said when I was little, I had a cousin who would eat a lot, and in my dream I was like, "Hey, stop eating." She kept me saying his name. I'm like, "Hey, stop eating," and then I was just laughing in my dream.
Little kid.
Yeah, and I woke up and my grandma said, "Ethan, you were saying your cousin eats too much, and you were laughing at him."
I'll be talking shit in my sleep. Hell yeah. I'm telling you, dog, so many random shit from like dreams. And do you think it's true? Dumb question, because I do. But you know when fools say, hey, if you dream this, they have meanings like, oh, you dream owls or you dream this.
Yeah, I believe.
You know what? Fool, you know why I believe in that? I remember
it's in the Bible too.
Dog, I fucking dreamt of some man with like fucked up ass feet, like crusty nails and like black, dirty ass fucked up feet. And for the craziest shit ever, I fucking woke up that morning and I was like, oh, what the fuck, weird ass dream. And my cousin woke me up and he's like, hey, dog, our cousin Junior died. He's like, well, he's not my cousin. He's like, your cousin Junior died. And I'm like, what? He's like, yeah. I'm like, what the fuck? No way, dog. He's a youngster. Like, no fucking way. Full shock. And I look and yes, I'm like tripping. And then I don't know what happened. And then the next day, I remember looking to the dream meaning. I was like, what does it mean when you dream like this man with dirty ass feet? Like, and they said dreaming dirty feet, it's like death, fool. It's like a warning of like death or something. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, fool, I dreamt that shit. And then I got the news of my cousin, which was crazy.
Damn.
And I always think like, yeah, that shit's real, fool. Like it was just crazy when you
it's
dream.
in the Bible too. Like, you know, what's his name? Joseph in the Bible. He's the descendant of Jacob. And so they're like, you know, the first part of the Old Testament is just following the Hebrew, you know, the Semitic origins, and it starts with, well, at that point with Joseph. Like,
Yeah,
he's the son of Jacob, and at the time, like, they were living on this ranch or something. It was just him and his brothers, and then he always was talking about how he had a vision to his brothers, you know, and like they didn't like him for it, and his dad, you know, was like, that was like his favorite son.
yeah,
You know, and these brothers decide to, like, one of the brothers who really doesn't like him, like, wants to kill him. And they take him out of town to like the edge of town.
yeah.
And they dig up this hole. And I forget what happens, but one of the brothers is like, nah, we're not gonna, like, that's our brother, like, we're not gonna kill our blood. So they said, like, let's just put him in the hole and leave. So they put him in the hole and leave. I think something happens at some point. He gets taken to Egypt.
Yeah.
And at the time, the Egyptians were like, you know, like polytheistic, believing in all their gods. And then you have these monotheist, you know, like Hebrew people. They take him to Egypt and he's still having these visions. He gets taken to jail for some reason. I think he was like sold into slavery before that, or like, I don't remember what happens in between this part of the story, but they take him and he just keeps his faith in God, right? And at some point, he becomes like the second highest guy in Egypt to like the Pharaoh because he has this vision. No, you know what happens? He was a servant in the Pharaoh's court,
Okay.
right? And then the Pharaoh's girl was into him. She like wanted to have sex with him, but he wasn't about it. And she said that like if he didn't do anything, that she was going to like cause a scene, right?
Yeah.
So she fakes that he has sex with her, and then the Pharaoh dude.
They're like, oh, we're gonna murk this fool, dog. You got with my girl?
Yeah. Well, he didn't. He didn't.
No, I know, but he's tripping.
Yeah,
If your girl's telling you, yeah, I did, you're like, hey, I did it. And you're like, well, fool, you're tripping, fool.
No, yeah. And then they send him to jail. And then at some point down the line, I think he's trying to prove his innocence. I forget what part of the story this happens in. He has these dreams that there's going to be a plague in Egypt. And he's able to tell the Pharaoh, like, if you save your grain for this many. He had a vision about like these cows and for 7 years and this and that. So he basically told him, stockpile all this grain because your people are going to die if you don't.
Yeah.
They started doing it in Egypt, and exactly what he dreamed happened.
Oh, shit.
And he like became one of the higher up people in Egypt at the time because he saved their people.
He would get these visions.
Yeah, and like these are the same people too that like the Egyptians later like enslave again like in mass for, the building of their like entire civilization at the time. And then like you have Moses and all that happening where they like are trying to get out. All that shit is so interesting, dude. I was like reading more of that last year.
You stopped reading it?
I did. I need to get back on it. Honestly,
you grew up religious?
Yeah, Christian. Yeah.
Christian or Catholic?
Christian.
Yeah.
So we were like, we were kind of more Protestant. My grandma's side of the family is Catholic because they're from Guanajuato, and like I don't know, most Mexicans are.
You seen all the shit that's going on in Mexico right now?
Yeah, dude, that shit's insane.
Ain't that wild?
Yeah. So it was a bunch of narcos, or
so it was the military from Mexico went and they were like raiding spots looking for El Mencho, and every spot that they raided, these fools are like, dog, they blast. They have bazookas, they have grenades, fool, everything. Their cars, fool, armor all around, 4-inch glass, like they just blast out a little hole. Pop, 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 pop. These fools were out there doing that, and one of the cars that they ended up blasting was that dude. So he's the main head, the main honcho. Cartel Nueva Generación. What is it? Cartel de Jalisco, CJNG, Nueva Generación, New Generation. So he was from a cartel back in the day, 2003. He left that cartel and he worked from them from 2003 to 2010. In 2010, he started his own set, the CNG, the Cartel Nueva Generación, so the New Generation. He started his own, and it became the most powerful cartel. They were everywhere. They just go at it with everybody and take over territories, and they're just crazy.
Where's El Chapo right now?
He's in jail?
Yeah, in New York, right?
Yeah. So he's in jail in New York.
What happened after all that? Like,
so this guy died barely yesterday, and right now these guys are just going to war with everybody.
So it like powers up for grabs.
Yeah, right now powers up for grabs. They already have a fool that's in line, but everyone's like, nah, this fool's the main fool that needed to be gone. Let's go in there and
so it's just havoc.
Right now it's everyone going crazy.
Fuck.
And there had like two of the main fools got murked, the president and the vice president. So right now everyone's just going crazy. And they're burning down gas stations. They're doing everything, like just going at it with the military. Like, oh, you fools did this? Like, it's on. And it's a whole different world, dog. Like out there, like I have coworkers that they live right there, like in like Michoacan, Jalisco, all these places, and they come to work with us like temporary. And they're like, yeah, I'm like, hey, what, how is it out there? And they're like, it's cool, but if you're from there, like if you live in Mexico and you own a business, you have to give them a percentage. You have to, dog.
Because is it protection or is it?
You give them a protection.
Protection.
Say, yeah, quote unquote protection. And they'll set it like you tell them no, they don't care if you're an old lady. They'll kill you right there. Like, and it's sad and it's crazy, and everyone lives like that, dog, because of these things,
Yeah.
So that's why, like, and it's like, in a way, some people are for it and some people are not. But a lot of fools are like, they're tired of it, dog. They're like, we're tired of, you can't have anything. You're making money? We want that money, dog. And they're like, hey, well, I'm working, I'll give you something. Nah, we want it. You're going to work for us. If not, we're going to murk you. And these people are tired of it. So they were like what is a civil war against the cartels? Like the fools were like, there were cities and neighborhoods that everyone strapped up and everything. They're like, hey, we're going to go at it with these fools. And they would. And that's how it was all over. And I don't know how it's going to keep. I don't ever go to Mexico.
You don't have family out there?
No, it sucks, bro. The situation out there, like, we went out there. The last time that I went to Juarez was, probably like 2000 and, damn, dog, long, like 2008 or something. When we went, like, we were going to go to Juarez, but like the week before, my cousin took my aunt to Juarez, and he's like, dude, we were on a bridge. He's like, we're in the street heading towards the road to get onto the highway, and then there's a bridge that goes over. He said, fool, it was traffic, so you're in traffic waiting, and you see the cars on the bridge. He said a Suburban pulled up, and then another truck behind it, and they fucking opened the door and pulled some dude out of the back of the Suburban, dog, and they put a rope over his head and threw him over. Like, he's like, just fool was like struggling. They're like, no, fool, threw him over and he died. And they're like, oh shit. He's all, dog, they fucking lit him on fire, and they had put a sign on him. Like, and he's like, fool, we're in traffic watching all this. He's all, and then they turn onto the road, and the guys, they get back in their cars, they're coming down, and my cousins, they end up right behind them. Like, they come off the bridge, they go, and they're right behind them. And he's like, dog, I was just looking straight, and I looked in the guy's rearview mirror, and that fool's looking right at me. And he's like, oh shit. And my aunt's like, hey, turn right here and just go, take me down the street, drop me off, and then I'll take a taxi home. You guys got to get out of here. He's like, we never went back there again. And he's like, dog, he's all, fool, you just seen this dude do that? And then you're behind him and you're like trying to be cool. And then you're like, oh, let me look in his rear view. And he's just staring right at you like, what's up, dog? And he was like, what the hell? And yeah, they haven't went back. So we didn't go back. And then one of our, not our cousins, like one of the people, like from the family friends, these fool, he's like, we pulled up to his house and there was fools with like armed guards in the front of his house. And he's like, what the hell? They went inside and he's like, oh, what's up? We're about to have a barbecue. Fool, cool that you guys came. Cause they would just pop in like, hey, what's up? How you doing? We drop off my aunt. I'm gonna go visit my other cousin, like from the other side of the family. And yeah, he's like, fool, they had the fucking cartel guys. They were in front of his house and he's like, oh yeah, kick it. You're good. My cousin's like, hell no, dog, I'm gone. Like, yeah, he's like, there's no reason to go back there, dog. It's pretty crazy. But I think it calmed down now. But like in the night, over there in Juarez, in the night, fool, you don't see anybody out in the streets. It's like dead. Like you go out and there's nobody really. I don't know if now it's changed, but before All the cartels were going at it, war, fool, like in the middle of the street, blasting, and they didn't care who. They were just trying to get you, but they'd shoot like 8 different fools, just straight bullets, you know?
Where is your family from?
From Juarez.
Oh, that's where they're from?
Yeah, from Chihuahua.
You don't have anybody else out from?
Like deep in Mexico. Like that's why I always wanted to be like, I want to go deep into Mexico. Like you always hear fools like, oh, we're going to El Rancho. Yeah. And they have these festivals and these parties and fools are like, I'm like, man, I want to do that, dog. Like my family was more like city, like border town, you know, like not like that. Not rancho horses or any stuff like that, you know?
Yeah, I have this memory as a kid. My grandpa, his side of the family is in Morelos, and they have a little ranch out there.
Yeah.
And I remember I was like 5 years old. I barely remember this, dude. It's like such a hazy memory, but I'm pretty sure we were riding horses, right? And I was 5 years old, dude. I don't know how to fucking ride a horse. I'm pretty sure I fell off the horse and hit my head.
No way.
Yeah. Like, it wasn't bad. I don't remember it being...
But you remember fucking...
I remember hitting my head and, like, being on a horse.
Getting stunned. Have you ever rode a horse after? As an adult, have you ridden a horse?
I probably could because I'm short, dude. I could
No, but I'm saying, have you?
No. Not that I can remember.
I've ridden a horse one time and it fucking took off on me.
Where was this?
Pico Rivera. My aunt took us to go ride horses because I guess you could go and they'll take you like on horse rides.
Yeah.
But you're like on a real horse, fool, and the horse just follows everybody.
Yeah.
But my horse was like, Charlie. That fool took off booking it.
Way.
I was all scared, fool, like a little girl. Dog!
Wait, were they saddled up?
You're in a saddle, fool, straight horse.
Oh, okay. Dude, okay,
But they don't strap it around your stomach or nothing. You're just on a straight horse.
On it and you're holding on.
And fool, they ran away on me. I was all scared, fool. I'm scared, fool. And some like a cowgirl, like kind of my age, was like, "Hey, it's okay, I'm over." Dog. I was like, "Damn." Fool, I just remember being like, "Damn." She probably seen me being like a little bitch. She was like, "Damn, look at this little scared ass fool right here, dog." I was like, "Man, I ain't used to no horses." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't even want to ride these horses, fool. And then they took off on me, dog. Tramping. And then the one that comes and saves me is he. I was like, damn. I was just kidding when I was all screaming and shit. I seen you coming. I was just like, and I'm going to make her act like I'm scared and shit. Maybe you come and save me. Try to flip it. She's like, nah, you were scared. I was like, I know. Never going on no horses, fool. I ain't going on no horse even if I own the ranch. I'll be like, I ain't going on no horse, fool. And then when there's horses on my neighborhood, dog, and I have kids, fool. And my kids will be like, oh, horse. And these fools are like, hey, they'll come right up to you, dog. Like the horse right here. I'm like, fool, horses are big, fool. I'm like, damn, get this big ass thing out of here. And the kids ain't even scared. I'm scared. Get out the way. He all right there. I'm like, fool, I'm about to start running, fool. I want to run in front of these kids. But I'm like, if it was for me, I would have booked it into the backyard. Fool, I ain't fucking with no horses.
Hey, you know those like wildlife safaris you can drive through and there's like they have
cheetahs and tigers.
Dude, they have them out here. There's some in like
San Diego. Wild Animal Park, no?
Yeah.
Safari?
Yeah, you can,
is it the same thing?
I don't know, but I went to one in Texas, and there was like these the longhorns.
Oh yeah,
it comes up to you.
Big old horns.
They had a giraffe. It'll stick its head in if you give it like
and its tongue, the tongue is all long too, no?
Yeah, they had all kinds of crazy animals, dude. That was really cool though. Like
that's tight.
Driving through and you have these little. You should take your kids. They have the like little things you can feed them.
That's in where?
I went in like Austin area, Texas. I don't remember where in Texas exactly. I was staying in Austin because my dad's out there, but we were driving through to not El Paso. Where's the Alamo? San Antonio?
Waco.
I'm pretty sure it's in San Antonio.
San Antonio, yeah. San Antonio.
Yeah.
Best. There's a bomb burrito spot right there.
Really? Have you been?
I went, fool. I drove from Houston back here.
Okay. Dang. When was this?
Fool, I drove the whole time, dog.
What was this for?
I drove from Houston to El Paso in one day. And fools are like, dog, that takes like, there's fools mostly stop and
Right.
in San Antonio
You
or
drove
something.
across all of
Just
Texas?
straight, fool.
Yeah.
All the way.
That's a very flat drive. It's just
Dipping the whole time, fool. 190. Yeah. I see a light, I'll slow down. It's not a cop. Gone.
what were you driving at the time?
A big ass Dodge Ram.
Dang.
Me, my brother, and the homie Maddie in the back.
Sick. That's sick.
Wilding, fool, the whole time blazing
Yeah.
in Texas, dog. And our boss was like, hey, kick back. You motherfuckers are used to fucking getting high and shit. You can't be getting high in Texas. Fool, give me this motherfucking joint home, boy. We're dipping, fool. We're on a 2-day trip. We're smoking in a motherfucker. Blowing it out. Roll the window down. Just roll the window down, Dick, so it don't stink in here. Fool, that shit smelled. The fucking rental guy was like, somebody was having fun. We're like, we don't know. That's how we got it. We like, fool. But yeah, I drove and I went to, I think it's called Rudy's, this burrito spot. They're so bomb, dog. You know what would be like, what people don't do that you could do? Say you get 6 days of vacation, 5 days, fool. You could take a road trip, dog. And there's so much cool stuff. Cool little restaurants, cool little spots driving. Have you ever took a road trip far?
Yeah, I've been. Well, I mean, Phoenix. That's the furthest I've gone.
6 hours.
I went to San Francisco last year.
8 hours.
What was it? Petaluma, right above San Francisco.
Bomb?
Yeah, it was cool. It was my cousin, not my cousin, dude. My friend, his sister's quinceañera, and then we went
Partying.
Up. Yeah, we went up because my friend, one of my friends, she had her stepdad had a timeshare in San Francisco, and we just stayed there.
Money.
Yeah, and then we
Motherfuckers got coin. Anything in San
Petaluma.
Francisco, motherfuckers down saying.
It was a fun trip. I had a lot of fun. Yeah.
Dog, but I've taken road trips. Texas.
What's the best one?
Driving to Seattle.
Okay. Damn,
We drove to Seattle.
Yeah.
But we stopped, like the fool that I was with, some homie BJ. This fool was he's from Detroit, but he likes fishing. And he bought fishing poles. He's like, hey, we're gonna stop at all the water because there's a gang of lakes driving up all the way up there. So we pulled up. Well, there's so many. There's a. Is it called? I don't know if it's called Mount Shasta Lake. But fool, this water is clear like Hawaii, dog. Beautiful lake. Like you could just pull over to the side, walk down, and fool, the water is just clear, dog. Like. Nice, bro. Beautiful. You go under the water, you can open your eyes because it's fresh. You see fish swimming. Like, dog, we went right there and went fishing there. We went to like some other spots. We got a little fucking blue crawdad. Blue, fool, crip. It was tight. We let him back. We let him go. But that was the best trip, was driving up to Seattle, fool. And I drove most of the way. We stopped at all the little spots, and then the food. San Francisco, we stopped in San Francisco. We ate at some place that's been there for 120 years. Ate ramen. And you know, back in the food, Chinese food in San Francisco was like legit. Straight up. It's like all these people came over here during the 49ers, when they were doing all the gold and shit, and they settled here. And they started making they were like the only people that would sell food and shit, was a lot of Chinese food. So that's it. They're deep right there. So we ate this ramen that's been there for forever, dog. Japanese. Super bomb. I went to Tommy's joint in San Francisco. That's like some super bomb food. If you ever go to San Francisco, dog, by the Tenderloin District, go to Tommy's joint. Fire. And then, fool, Seattle has a gang of bomb spots, but we didn't even hit too many bomb spots for food. There's like the little pier where fools be throwing the salmon and shit, and fools catch them. And remember on Free Willy, when that fool was throwing the fish and shit? That's like that, fool. They have all that. That shit's real. You ever been to Seattle?
No, I haven't. I have a friend who lives out there, and
You got to go to Seattle, fool.
yeah,
Crisp. Fool, you walk out, the air, fool, is just like crisp out there, dog. Chill. But you got to watch out when you go, because it snows out there like crazy snow. Like, we don't, like, below zero type shit.
Hey, you know the 395 freeway? Like all those like national. I don't know if they're national.
Yeah,
parks.
Sequoia and all that.
They have this thing called Mono Lake. Have you heard of that?
Yeah, fool. Well, we're from, I'm from Ridgecrest,
So that's close
and
to
that's
it.
395 is right there.
Oh, okay. Dude,
But
I went on a field trip as a kid to down 395. They have like Manzanar there, the Japanese.
Yeah, the
internment
concentration camp.
Yeah, they was in the 40s, right? They put all these Japanese people in these internment camps.
Yeah, so they were, if you look Chinese, get over there, punk.
Yeah.
Everybody. That's how they did that with Mexicans too back in the day.
I didn't know that.
Fool, they would grab, yeah, remember, you ever seen that movie, Mi Familia?
Mm-mm.
So this is a movie about, Mi Familia is a story about a family that where the dad came over here and built a life
Oh,
in
Jimmy
LA.
Smits is in it?
Yeah, Jimmy Smits, Jennifer Lopez.
That guy's cool.
Oh, like all these people are in it. It's a good movie. And it talks about, how these people came, and they show one of the parts where if you were Mexican back, I don't know what years it was, in the 30s, I think. If you were Mexican, they would just put you in the train and send you back. And some people were like, hey, we're from here. We're born here. Like, they didn't care. They'll send you back. History repeats itself,
yeah,
dog.
I was really gonna say that's probably like the one. No, that happened during Obama's administration though too, because they were deporting a lot of people in Obama.
No. This one was just like, if you were brown, they threw you in. They wouldn't even check your shit. They were just like, get out of here.
Like the skin, the brown skin thing. They had like the chart.
Yeah,
They had,
get
like,
them
a
in
real
there.
thing.
And they would send you away. That was real, dog. Like, people really went through that.
I forgot what the name of it.
So that movie, Mi Familia, tells a story about different generations. It's a good movie, dude. You got to watch that. Fool, I have to put you up on game about movies, dog. You haven't watched so many movies. You
Dude,
tell me.
I still haven't seen Blood In, Blood Out.
Blood In, Blood Out, Mi Familia, Boulevard Nights, American Me.
We had that as a kid. I don't.
You watched it?
No, dude.
Fool, you got to watch it.
I need to be put on. Hold on. So what was that? The last one you said? The Boulevard? Something Boulevard?
Boulevard Nights, American Me, Blood In, Blood Out, Mi Familia, Mi Vida Loca. You seen La Bamba?
I have seen La Bamba. Yeah.
La Bamba's cool. For all these movies, dog.
Yeah.
But before we forget, we just went into the podcast today. That's right. Everybody, you already know what the motherfucking deal is. We're out here popping and locking. I wanted to tell you guys about our shows that are coming up. I got a show March 19th and 20th at the Yellow Door in San Diego with Eddie West. We got the the April 19th. We got the 420 show, We Don't Smoke the Same, at the main room at the world famous Comedy Store. Dog, that's wild. We had the belly room, and then they put me on as a headliner, and then they're like, oh, they sold out the whole fucking show. No, I'm just playing. Russell Peters is the headliner. Killer. Saul Trujillo, Ease on Me, and some other people that I don't know. Xavier, but we're Nitty. Fool, Nitty, we got to get him on the show too. But Nitty's going to be there. Like, it's going to be a rocking show. Tight. Hadar's going to be in a building with the heat, chiclets. Know what I'm saying? Me. But we're gonna be right there. Make sure you guys. There's
what's that Jay-Z line? I'm not a businessman. I'm a businessman.
Hell yeah! You heard it here. Know what I'm saying? But make sure you guys hit the links to go to the shows that were coming up. Thank you guys for liking and subscribing. Make sure you guys tell everybody that you know about this show. We're gonna have more shows. And before I leave, dog, I forgot. I wanted to do the show and let fools know. I've been slipping. I don't know what it is, but I haven't been me. I haven't been 3 plates on the show. I've been like, I don't know, dog. I don't know if it's like different ideas that people shoot me that I'm like trying to like aim for or do a shit a certain way, but I'm like, dog, it's not me. So I'm gonna try it moving forward. I'm gonna just try to keep it how I've always been, interrupting fools, singing corridos, rapping, dog, cutting fools off, because that's what we're all about here in the motherfucking house. Letting you guys know this is 3 Plates Tommy in the building.